I got something to say I don't think you're going to like. But I'm Jenny. I say things with a kit glove. Usually it's with a glass of ice water in your face to get your attention, but here it goes. Gen X, some of us, may never, ever get to retire. There, I've said it. A lot of Gen Xers will never retire. Some of us is going to be by choice because I want to keep working. Others of us are getting started really late, giving this some thought and putting some money and some muscle into it with some intentional focus. And you may find out that you've got a gap that Social Security, when you finally collect that, is not going to fill. So you may have to continue to work for a while to pay off some debt, to stack up some cash and get yourself in a better position. It doesn't mean that it's too late, that you never ever will be able to slow down, because we are all entitled to slow down. If you've been busy raising kids, taking care of parents, etc., things like this are not permanent. None of us will 100% forever be taking care of our parents. And unless you have adult children with very special circumstances to which you have known your entire life that you will continue to care for them. But if they're your average helicopter rubber band kids, they will eventually leave your home and launch, okay? You are entitled to live the rest of your life with peace and calm, checking out of hustle culture, and with some dignity. And it's not just that we started late, or maybe we've not intentionally focused on this, or we're burnt out. We're definitely not lazy. But the rules of the game changed from the time we were born until now. Back in the day, probably about the time we were born, the pensions started to fade into the background. Now, the pensions were a employer-sponsored retirement program. Social Security was given birth to, was passed back in 1935-ish, somewhere around there, and it was never intended to be your sole source of income for retirement. I don't know who you've been talking to. I don't think Social Security has ever covered 100% of somebody's retirement expenses. The reason why it was passed is because old people were starving to death. Back then in the 30s, there were 0 retirement programs. Most people worked until they dropped dead, or they had multi-generational households, and the family collectively took care of their aging population. With that said, those things are no longer the norm. Pensions went away. About the time we were hitting the workforce back in the 80s, the 401k was invented. Didn't come with an instruction manual. Most of us were fresh out of high school and we were happy to be making minimum wage. I remember when it was $3.15 an hour, and that was some old Southern expression. That was some tall cotton, as my dad would say back in the day. I couldn't tell you what minimum wage is now, but I know it's not $3.15. I remember we went to $3.35. I thought I had gotten a raise. We had gotten a raise. But look at where we are now. Not one of us makes that amount per hour, and we haven't done it for decades. But with that said, retirement has always been just a fantasy, a pipe dream, like Cinderella going to the ball. Everything is just made up in our heads of what it was supposed to look like. And we're approaching it. And most of us, it's not going to fit any mold that we thought it would. But that's okay. We can roll with it. I wouldn't want the traditional retirement where I sit back and eat bonbons and watch somebody play golf or fish all day. No, I got things I want to do. I've got things that I've been putting off because I travel to go see my husband, take care of my mother in this crazy commute. I am looking forward to having the 24 hours in a day that I 100% control. I want to continue making some money. I enjoy it. Thus the side hustle. So like, share, subscribe. Go to the description. I've got some freebies down there for you. Master Your Money Plan. This is your basic budgeting workbook. It's free to you, but you need to know what your enough number is now, and then let's look at it for what that is in retirement, because I want you to start living on your retirement budget to build the confidence in what your enough number is. It's not $1 million in your savings account or in your investment accounts. That's not us. That is not the average Gen Xer out there. You don't need $1 million, but what you do need is some intention, some focus, and some plans. So go grab Master Your Money Plan. While you're down there, go ahead and in my Retirement Resource Center, which is where the link down there will take you to on my website, you're also finding the Life Experiences to Income Workbook. This will help you figure out what skills you got and what you can monetize and how to go about doing it. That one's free to you as well. Add to the fact that our retirement was no longer the structured pension. It was a 401k that a lot of us maybe contributed to, but how many times did you change jobs and cash it out? Penalties and interest and lack of compounding. If I had left that first, I think it was $1,400 back in the early 90s where it's at, I shudder to think what that would be worth today. We wouldn't be having this conversation because I don't think I would need the YouTube entertainment for my retirement strategy. Now, this is not what I intend to pay for retirement with. It'll pay for some of my, let me say, habits, the softwares I like to use, a new camera now and again. Hopefully this is what this is going to pay for. But as far as my four walls, my food, my healthcare cost, etc., that's going to be income from what I have saved, what I'll eventually get in Social Security, etc. But with the change of retirement strategies and what that looked like from where we started to where we thought we were going to end up, other things have shifted. How many ups and downs in the market did we see? And if you cashed out when you lost a bunch because you were scared to lose it anymore, well, you lost. You can't lose if you don't pull it out. Now, if you did pull out of the markets, if you cashed out your mutual funds, etc., again, not too late. And just like I can't go back and tell the younger version of me, don't take that money out of that 401k, let it keep building, keep rolling it forward. We can't regret what we've done. We just simply have to learn from it and go forward. But healthcare costs are currently creeping up and creeping up. House purchases, the home market is incredible. We all have seen the interest rates climb just recently since the pandemic. So life is going to happen, and we have to try to future-proof our expenses, not just the pile of money we're going to be able to amass over the next few years before we fully retire, but you've got to be more cognizant of what all your expenses are, not just where you live, but what you got in debt. You got to get that paid off because you don't want to drag that into your retirement and have to pay these minimum payments every month because you have consumer debt. So grab the Master Your Money Plan, walk yourself through this, keep coming back. I've got more videos about this coming. So we in Gen X, we are latchkey kids that were given no playbook, and now we are DIYing our own retirement. But we've got this. There are plenty of avenues for us to either continue working or to keep working in the job we currently have as we build up money. But you need to know what your finish line looks like. When will you have enough? You've got to figure that out. Go and grab the Master Your Money Plan. And most of us, we don't have a retirement problem. We have an income problem. Income as we sit today, but income as we move into this next phase of our life. I don't want to work at the pace I'm currently working for the rest of my life. I do not. Do I want to ever have to work outside my own house again? If I have to, I will, but frankly, I'd rather build side hustles. And I'm starting those now while I still have the wonderful, loving bosom of a regular paycheck, so that when I am ready to transition into this next, not the next life, but yeah, the next phase of my life, then I've already got some side hustles that have already started generating some money that I can begin using to fill the gap for where I may have a gap. So what's your number? When would you like to retire? When would you like to stage it down, to not do a 40-hour plus a week job. Maybe 30 hours a week would get you by for a couple of years, just because it would free up some time for you to go do some of the stuff you want. Retirement does not mean you're dying. It does not mean you're done. It doesn't mean you're lazy, that you just can't seem to work anymore. No. Retirement is something that we have earned based on all the dues we have paid over the past 30, 40 years. But it also means that we can do it however the heck we want to do it. I'm going to keep working for a while. I enjoy what I'm doing, my side hustles. I've got a couple of more side hustles I want to get into. Leave down in the comments how you think you might want to spend your retirement. Do you really want to sit around and watch your stories and watch the grass grow? Oh, none of that sounds fun. I'd keep working with what I'm doing just for the interaction. Let me know. What do you want to do when you no longer have to go into your job that you have right now? So as you unpack all of this with yourself, what you're going to find out is you're actually creating a life that is so much better than what you ever envisioned retirement could possibly be. You are 100% in charge. You can figure this out. Keep coming back. Share with us how you want to spend your retirement. Are you scared? Use it as a motivation. I've used fear many times in my life to get my butt in gear and get on with it. So pull up your big girl panties. Gen X woman, if you are not quite into your 50s yet and you're listening to this, go binge my videos. This is your roadmap of what you should be doing now, because there's not one of us in Gen X that don't have something in our past we wish we'd done differently. All right, I'm Jen. I got a little to say about a lot of stuff, and all of it has to do with retirement and what I'm going to do and what you are going to do in this next phase of your life. I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Like, share, subscribe. Keep coming back. Go to the description. Get your freebies. I'll see you soon. Stop recording. You have worked too daggum hard to be guessing at these numbers. Go and grab the workbook, the Retirement Reality Reset Kit, and get yourself the spreadsheet as well. There's a coupon down there for those of you who are going to go, and you're all going to go get this. You need to know what your number is, and I'm here to help. I have heard too many comments with, I don't know where to start. This is where you start.